What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some Sorcerous Cup battles here. These are just my first battles that I tried out in the Sorcerous Cup format. The Sorcerous Cup is this month's Sylph Arena format. So if you don't know what the Sylph Arena is, they are an organization that allows you to host these super fun tournaments that have unique meta restrictions every single month. So this month is the Sorcerous Cup. Up on the screen there we'll be able to see kind of what typings are allowed in this cup and what is restricted. You can head on over to sylph.gg for more information on the Sorcerous Cup and to find a tournament near you. Super fun. So let's take a look at some of these matchups. Again, these are just some blind Sorcerous battles against some of my patrons here, so thank you all so much for supporting the channel. Got my Skuntank on the Zangoose there. And Zangoose goes down. I'm able to regain switch advantage, but I'm out of shields. Out comes a Alolan Muck. Skuntank is almost always a safe swap in pretty much whatever cup format it's allowed. Because of its moveset, you always are able to hit neutral damage on something. I believe the recommended moveset in this Sorcerous Cup is Poison Jab as a fast move, and then Crunch and Flamethrower as the charge moves. Munchlax is another one of those Pokemon that just functions so well as a safe swap. Because of your normal typing, you're going to have immunity to your resistance to ghost type attacks, and you're using Lick as a fast move, so you're really going to be able to threaten those psychic types. Body Slam is a very strong neutral hitting move, and Bulldoze threatens those poison types in this cup, so that's really great. I bring out my Haunter again. Haunter is allowed in this cup, and as you all know, I love running Haunter so much. I used it a lot in Go Battle League. Recommended moveset for this cup seems to be Shadow Punch and Sludge Bomb. You actually want Sludge Bomb, so you're not completely walled off by those normal types. Froslass is able to take out my Munchlax there. Good game. Let's see, we got some Charmers allowed in this cup as well, like Wigglytuff, Granbull, Clefable. So I'm going with Granbull here. Granbull's nice because you get to your charge moves relatively quickly. And I say relatively because a lot of the other Charmers, it takes a little bit longer. Charm is pretty terrible at energy generation, but really outputs a lot of damage. So the other great thing about Granbull is its charge moves provide you with so much coverage. So I'm actually staying in this Bronzong matchup because I don't have a better switch in this particular line. And I'm able to threaten a shield with Crunch, which is really great. What I'm going to be able to do now, you can see how much damage Charm did even though it was resisted the whole time. That's just insane. I'm going to bring out Licky Licky. Licky Licky also kind of functions like Munchlax does. You have Lick as the fast move, Body Slam as a very strong neutral charge move, and you actually have Earthquake to threaten those poison types as well. Out comes Exploud. Oh my gosh, that is definitely an off-meta pick. It looks like it was running Bite, and then I think it also runs Crunch as the charge move. So, yet again, another normal type that can really threaten those psychic types in this cup, which is pretty legit. Noctowl, amazing pick, very bulky, and has a really great moveset of Wing Attack, and then Sky Attack and Nightshade as the charge moves. Nightshade because this is going to give you a little bit of play against the psychic types, especially against Bronzong, which Bronzong is going to be everywhere, man. I think Bronzong is going to be one of the top picks for this cup for sure. I will be bringing you guys some videos in the next couple days here, kind of showcasing some specific Pokemon in the Sorcerous Cup that I think are going to be pretty legit. But as always, you can go onto pvpoke.com and check out their rankings tab to see which Pokemon are really highly rated there. Man, Exploud is pretty tanky, man. We also know that Licky Licky is pretty bulky as well, but I'm just going straight Body Slam here. Let me know how the frame rate looks on some of these battles here. I utilized my capture card, and instead of putting it through normal OBS, I put it through OBS Streamlabs. Seems to be a lot smoother than screen recording, and a lot smoother than sometimes when I just use it on normal OBS, I get some weird frame rate drops. But Froslass against Piloswine here. Now, Piloswine is actually taking neutral damage from these ice-type attacks because of its ground and ice typing, whereas Froslass is going to resist the ice-type attacks, but I know that Piloswine also has access to Bulldoze, so I definitely need to shield that up, able to do that. And I'm just going straight Avalanche here again. I get the last shield, or that might have been the first shield. But I'm going to shield this out no matter what and powder snow down this Piloswine. Yeah, I'm going to take the shield disadvantage, but Frostlass, I think it's currently rated the #1 Pokemon for the Sorcerous Cup, and it's because of that freaking moveset, man. Both of your charge moves hit so hard, Avalanche and Shadow Ball. I'm going to bring in my Skuntank to avoid my Frostlass being farmed down. Skuntank gonna hit for neutral damage with these poison jabs. Lanoon is another one of those normal types that is gonna be able to threaten the psychic types because you have access to Shadow Claw as a fast move, running Grass Knot and Thunder as the charge moves. If you do run Dig, you're able to threaten the poison types, but as well as like Bronzong. But I think Grass Knot and Thunder give you a little bit more coverage. Otherwise, you're gonna be walled by Noctowl. Bring out my Toxicroak to counter this thing down. In the back is a Hypno. Oh man, this match has a crazy finish to it. I'm barely able to get to an Avalanche here. This is actually a CMP tie. This is going to be crazy close. Oh man, Ice Punch comes through. It's just enough to take me out, and I'm able to get to the Sludge Bomb. And Toxicroak is going to take out a Hypno. When does that ever happen? That's amazing. Good games there. Let's see. Looks like we're going with Bronzong, Toxicroak, and Golbat. Let's see how this goes. Man, my back line, pretty weak. Few confusion users. Alright, Frostlass. Frostlass is very glassy, and Bronzong hits for a lot of damage with these confusions here. So I believe what I'm going to do here is just double shield and confusion down. I know I'm going to get a shield with Psyshock at least. You can just see how much damage those confusions are chipping away. Pretty sure if the Frostlass like successfully baits me twice, then they'd probably be able to take this matchup. But they're just going straight Shadow Ball. It is kind of risky to bait with the Avalanche because Avalanche and Shadow Ball are very similar in energy cost. So I'm able to confusion down the Frostlass. Really great for me. Out comes their own Bronzong. Oh my gosh. So Bulldoze is the way to go here. You do want Psyshock and Bulldoze for this cup, specifically for these mirror matches here. And again, Bulldoze is going to help threaten those pesky dark poison types like Skuntank and Alolan Muck, which will be everywhere. So I actually make a swap into my Golbat to hopefully catch a Bulldoze, and I catch the Bulldoze perfectly, which is great. That's resisted damage, but these confusions are going to take me out. This Psyshock is going to take me out. That's totally fine. Honestly, my entire back line is weak to Bronzong, so I just need to get this thing out of here. Going for the Psyshock now. This might have even been a CMP tie. Psyshock is double resisted by Bronzong, but I'm going to be able to take it out. And it's a Toxicroak in the back, so I'm able to hit this Psyshock, and this easily one-shots Toxicroak, being double super effective because of the fighting and poison type. Good game there. Ooh, Granbull, Munchlax, and Alolan Muck. Let's see how this plays out. Great thing about the Charm users is that there's so many matchups you can just one shield and then Charm down and solidify switch advantage. So most likely going to shield this up and go for a straight up Charm down here. Really great. That Frostlass was super close to getting to another Avalanche. Out comes Bronzong, it looks like. This is where Granbull's moveset is really great. Offers you a lot of coverage. I'm actually going to switch into Munchlax here to avoid getting farmed down. And then they switch into Alolan Raticate. Alolan Raticate is normal and dark typing. So you're going to be weak to Charm. You're going to be double weak to fighting. But you triple resist ghost type attacks. So this freaking rat is triple resisting my lick damage. But you can see how much damage Body Slam is adding up on this Alolan Raticate. Alolan Raticate, very bulky as well. And its typing is really interesting. It's kind of like Toxicroak, where it has that double weakness to one particular type. But its double typing offers it some unique resistances. Like that triple resistance to Ghost is really nice. You resist Psychic type, you double resist Psychic because of your dark typing. But the Charm comes out and just deletes it. There's that Bronzong again. And I think I have a Alolan Muck in the back in this line, so this is going to be very favorable for me. But again, you need to look out for the Bulldoze. I don't even think Bulldoze would one-shot Alolan Muck because Bronzong doesn't have very high attack, and you don't get stab on Bulldoze. So down goes Bronzong. Good game there. Oh man, we're bringing a Wobbuffet in here. This is a Hundo maxed out Wobbuffet. Unfortunately, it doesn't have return. Wobbuffet is actually decently highly ranked in Sorcerous Cup, but it requires return as the moveset, and I don't have a purified Wobbuffet, so. And you'll see how it performs in this matchup here. It's kind of a meme, man. Maybe with return it'd be a lot better, but I have my Haunter on this Toxicroak. This is for sure favorable for me, especially since I'm running Shadow Punch. I just outpace this Toxicroak. I obviously have to shield up the Mud Bombs, but I'm getting all shields down here. I'm going to have a loaded Haunter at the end of this. Able to Shadow Claw it down. Out comes the Alolan Raticate. This is where Sludge Bomb is so clutch. Alolan Raticate is hitting me with a normal type fast move of quick attack, so I do resist it. I bring out Wobbuffet, which is using counter as the fast move. Hidden double super effective here. Crunch goes through. Wobbuffet's insanely bulky, has so much HP there. Oh man. Frostlass in the back, so this Mirror Coat is going to hit for neutral. Look how little damage that does. That is ridiculous. Such little damage on the Frostlass. But I can take an Avalanche. Like, what? Honestly, shields are down, so you probably should have gone Shadow Ball there. But this Wobbuffet... These counters are resisted. These Mirror Coats do, like, no damage. Oh my gosh. So, kind of hilarious. I don't actually know how viable Wobbuffet will be. Again, you probably need return to make it a little bit more viable. But now I have my Haunter on this Frostlass, going to be able to Shadow Punch it down. Good game there. Alright, Nidoqueen. Going to bring out Nidoqueen. I really loved using Nidoqueen in the Ferocious Cup. For this cup, you're going to want Stone Edge and Earth Power Stone Edge, so you're not completely walled by the flyers like Golbat and Noctowl. Here's a Noctowl right here. If I was running double Earth moves, double ground moves on this would not be good. So I get a shield. I'm going to bring out my Azumarill here. Azumarill is allowed in this cup. Whenever Azumarill is allowed, it can put in some work. As we know, Azumarill is like one of the best Pokemon in Great League, but there are a lot of poison types floating around in this cup, so it does need to look out for that. Looks like the recommended moveset for this cup is Play Rough and Hydro Pump, so not really needing Ice Beam as much because there's no grass types around. But against this matchup, it might have been nice to have Ice Beam, definitely. Noctowl has to throw the Sky Attack here. So I'm just going to let Azumarill go down. I am up 2 shields. I'm going to bring out Nidoqueen again. I am going to have to shield this up. I'm going to overfarm a little bit and then go for the Stone Edge. I want to have some stored energy for whatever is in the back. Down goes Noctowl. Oh man, it's a Frostlass. Honestly, at this point, I probably should have just switched out. But this Stone Edge is still going to hit for super effective. It almost KOs. I bring out my Licky Licky, trying to lick this Frostlass out of here. Avalanche really hurts. Oh man, here comes that Skuntank again. This is going to be tricky, because I know I'm not going to be able to get to an Earthquake. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to go for a Body Slam here. The Skuntank outpaces my Licky Licky, so I save the shield for Nidoqueen. This is going to be insanely close here. I have to land an Earth Power. I need to watch out for the Sacrificial Swap. One Crunch is going to take me out. Oh, I'm barely able to get to the Earth Power. And then I should be able to Poison Jab down the Frostlass because it's out of energy. Very close game. Good game there. Going with Clefable, Lanoon, and Alolan Raticate. Clefable, another Charm user. Let's see how it goes. Oh man, Bronzong kind of shuts down these Charm users. So I'm going to bring out Lanoon. Shadow Claw's hitting for super effective. Out comes Skuntank. Man, if I was running Dig right now, I would really have something to threaten this skunk. But my Shadow Claws are resisted. His Poison Jabs are hitting me for neutral. Straight Thunder is the way to go here. I think it's kind of risky to bait. Because Grass Knot would be resisted, and Grass Knot and Thunder similar in energy cost as well. But I'm just going to let the Lanoon go down. I I gained a shield advantage from that matchup, so that's great. Honestly, at this point, I'm thinking that my Clefable is kind of dead weight, so I'm just letting this thing go. He goes for a crunch. It's resisted. I know that Bronzong is going to come out again, so I immediately switch into my Alolan Raticate. Oh man, this match has an insane end to it. This is insane. So, Alolan Raticate, I'm using Quick Attack as a fast move, so I'm actually hitting for neutral damage. And then Hyper Fang hits for neutral damage as well, and you get stab on it because of Alolan Raticate's normal typing. This azumarill is not running Play Rough. They're running Ice Beam. Honestly, I was going to double shield this anyways, but I found that to be very interesting because Play Rough would definitely threaten me a lot more. This Alolan Raticate has to take out the Bronzong and the azumarill, putting a lot of pressure on this thing. So I store up a Hyper Fang, out comes the Bronzong, and they actually throw their energy here. They could have farmed me down, but that's really great for me. Gonna over farm here a little bit. I can resist Psyshock. I double resist Psyshock. I lose a CMP here, but I think I farmed up the perfect amount of energy to have a Crunch and a Hyper Fang stored. Let's see how this works out. Crunch goes through. It doesn't KO. I'm able to Quick Attack it down, and then Hyper Fang this Azumarill. Is this gonna be enough? Oh my gosh, and then one Quick Attack takes it. That is an insane end to that match. Really good games there. Alright, Hypno's allowed in this cup, and the recommended moveset is Thunder Punch and Shadow Ball. But it looks like if you have a Legacy Psyshock Hypno, that also might have a lot of swag here. Man, Munchlax beats this entire team. This entire line of 3 that I brought in, so this is a really bad team comp on my part. So I'm just going to have to sack the Hypno and do as much damage as I can with these Confusions and these Thunder Punches here. Oh my gosh, Munchlax is so tanky. Thunder Punch doesn't get stab. It's just doing hardly any damage, man. But I gotta let the Hypno go. Oh, the Body Slam is just enough to take me out. And at this point, I'm gonna have to bring out Tentacruel, I guess? This is so bad. I think I fully commit to farming this thing down. This Munchlax just puts in crazy work. I want to have stored energy for whatever's in the back. Oh, this is so brutal. I will shield up a Body Slam. Yikes. Okay, I got a lot of energy here. What's going to come out? It's the Frostlass. I'm going straight for the Hydro Pump, not messing around. The Hydro Pump connects. I'm able to bring out Claydol here. Pretty clunky switch. And I'm actually running Mud Slap on this Claydol because that was the moveset that was recommended on PvPoke. But boy, it would have been nice to have, really nice to have Confusion here for a little bit better energy generation. Because man, I'm not able to get to these charge moves very fast, and so this is definitely going to be a loss here. But we can kind of watch how this match plays out. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like these Sorcerous Cup videos, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be putting out some more Sorcerous Cup videos soon. Ultra League comes today after the maintenance. Let's hope they fix some of the issues that are present within there. And then I will also be bringing you some videos with some Ultra League teams, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.